Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and this is another one of my Living Consciously videos. I decided I'm a little bit too warm with the sweater, so have taken it off and just going to wear the top. And of course, it's in my favorite shade of purple and black. Today's topic is breath work, breathing, setting your intention, getting breath into your body. You've got to remember that you can live without food for months. You can live without water for weeks. You can live without breathing for minutes. Some can actually take a breath in. They've been trained. In my case, the my first energy healer was trained by the Buddhists in the Buddhist tradition to take multiple breaths in to the count of about 38. And he walked around the room. He There was about 14 of us in the room. He walked around the room and had us feel his chest as it expanded out, and he just took a breath in and continued to breathe in without exhaling for each person as he walked around the room. That was a very interesting proposition. Most people can't do that. They, my, the sense that I have is that the professions that give you the opportunity to hold your breath the longest are the ones that force you into the water and give you um, no equipment to do it outside of your body, your human body, like a pearl diver. I've seen that. I do know that in Africa too, in places in Africa, there are divers that are going in and searching for diamonds, uh, and just able to stay underwater for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, in some cases all the way up to 9 minutes without having to resurface for air. That's most unusual. Most of us cannot do that. But I'm going to cover three different techniques that I have found over the years that have been very beneficial to me. And I want to pass them on. They, of course, are listed in my book, Own Your Power. But I do find that covering it on the YouTube is very, very important. The first one is one that is what I call the sign of the infinity. So you're going to be making the sign of the infinity, which is really like a giant eight. And so you're going to go up, start with your lungs, and breathe up, 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 and take a pass and come down as soon as you reach what you feel is your apex, and come down, cross the line in your heart, and go down to the center of the earth, and breathe in again as you're going down to the center of the earth. Scoop up Mother Earth's energy and come back up to your heart. Do that again. Take a deep breath in. Go up as far as you can to the central sun where I presume God lives. bend, turn your energy, come down, cross it in your heart, go down to the center of the earth. Another deep breath. See yourself going through layers of magma, layers of rock, layers of inner waters, layers of sand, layers of minerals, and getting down as far as you can visualize until you scoop Mother Earth's energy up and cross it in your heart. Very powerful when you are rattled. Very powerful breath when you feel you just can't handle what's going on. And if you can step outside, all the better. If you can do this while you're taking a walk in nature, because and I always recommend walk by yourself. Otherwise, you're chatting, you're missing all the glories around you. And especially now, we're on the brink of March, and March is so many blossoms unfold. I've already been fortunate enough to see a couple of crocuses, a couple hundred of the spring beauties. I'm sorry, not the spring beauties, the what are they called? Snow something or other. The little heads that open up like angel wings to the sun, snowdrops, and a little yellow flower that looks like it's related to the buttercup. Very tiny, has the same kind of shape, bright yellow, and the same type of leaves as the buttercup. So I haven't taken the name, but the next time I go, I'll look. I'll take a picture of it with my picture this, which is my plant identifier. Uh, Crocuses, especially. Oh my God. I have seen them bloom through a bed of snow. And I know my daffodils are already at least 6 to 8 inches tall. So it's just a matter of time before the early ones start showing up their heads. And I'm very fortunate to walk in a place where a whole backyard is filled with hundreds, if not thousands, of daffodils. So very, very fortunate. So anyway, sign of the infinity, doing that. Next one, also, you can do at any time you're by yourself. You can do it at work. You can do it before you go to bed at night. You can, again, it's so restful, such an absolutely restful breathing technique. So when you breathe in, let's start with a count of 4. So breathe in to the count of 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out to the count of 4. Do that again. Breathe in to the count of 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out to the count of 4. Same technique. We're going to increase the number of seconds. Breathe into the count of 6. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Repeat. Breathe in to the count of 6. Hold for 6. Breathe out to the count of 6. That does something to your nervous system. You should be able to feel that in the back of your head. And just feel what it's doing. It could be that there's tension back there and it's releasing that tension for you. So that, and then you can see if you have to go up by one, in other words, from two to three to four to five to six to seven to eight. And because the last one on this one, I breathe to the count of eight. I hold for eight, and then I release for eight. And again, feel the sensation in your head. Feel what that takes you to. Feel what the sensation is, because there is something in your electrical system that is being rearranged and being acted on and worked on as you do this particular technique. So let's try that together. So breathe in to the, now we're going to try eight. So breathe into the count of eight. Hold for eight. Breathe out for eight. Try that again. Breathe into the count of eight. Hold for eight. Out for eight. Like I mentioned earlier, Mia Tech Workus, my first energy healer, was able to breathe in continuously as he demonstrated to 14 students and had them feel his lungs fill up with air. Not many people can do that. But if you can practice this technique of breathing in and holding for the same length of time that you breathe in and then exhale for that, you can increase your lung capacity. The second part of this particular exercise, which is very, very valuable, is for you to feel where the air is going. Feel it going into your fingertips. Feel it going through the organs of your body. See where the tension is that you're holding. And either have a paper and pencil with you, a paper and pen, little notebook, and write it down or remember it, because you are a creature of the divine. And it is through your breath that you connect with the divine. It is through your breath. I know that whenever I have trouble falling asleep because my mind is just ruminating all over the place, when I start my deep breathing, it's like I don't even know when I fall asleep. I just fall asleep because the deep breathing connects me to the infinite. The deep breathing takes me out of my physical thinking into my spiritual thinking. And in a sense, it's no thinking. I go from a place of thought to no thought. I become this type of instrument. I become concave and I become a receptor of calmness, a receptor of just being able to manage my energies, to a receptor to let go of the frenzied thought, frenzied activity, And you can master this too. It's not that difficult. The last one the last technique that I wanted to cover is what I learned in yoga, and it's called the yogi breath. And our normal is breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. This one, you use the forefinger and the thumb. You close a nostril, and as you close the nostril, you breathe out of the opposite nostril. So put your thumb on your nostril, breathe out, breathe in, close with your forefinger, breathe out, breathe in, close, breathe out, breathe in, close, breathe out, breathe in. Again, what you should notice, various places of tension that are building up inside your body, and those are areas that you need to release. You can go into meditation and ask, what am I holding on to? There are so many well meaning people in this world. They're lovely people. But no one lives inside your mind except you. And they might think they have the answers for you. Let's say you're in a career and you become very good in that career and you become very proficient and you decide, okay, you're going to change jobs because you want more experience. So you're going to go with maybe a smaller firm where you have more responsibility. You take that portion of your life and then you decide, I think I'm good enough. I'm going to go out on my own. But the well meaning people around you are hysterical. They're upset. They become very, very well meaning in their advice, but they do not understand what it is in your mind. They do not have the wherewithal to see exactly who you are and what you're capable of, but most importantly, what you believe in. If you 100% believe in yourself, you will absolutely want to become that entrepreneur. You will want to have an opportunity to flex your muscles and do what it takes to grow your own business. If it fails, you tried. You can't ever say, I didn't win if you tried. If you didn't try, oh, yeah, you can say I didn't win, but I didn't try. And that could be your excuse for not winning. But give yourself a break. If you really believe in yourself, if you really think you've got something great to offer, go with it. And breath work is one of the ways that you can use to expand yourself. Because with every time you do your breath work, your auric field grows. Bear in mind, your aura goes all the way back to God, but your sense of where it is more limited. And some people, I have felt them pull their aura in and literally won't take a chance at anything, won't even take a chance at life, can't even become a different version of themselves because they're afraid to express anything that is not in keeping with what society expects of them, what their parents expect of them, what their friends expect of them, which is so tragic. So, so tragic. So please, if you feel you have something novel to offer, go with it, run with it. Don't be afraid because my attitude is if God led you to it, God will lead you through it. I wish you the best. I will see you next week, Friday at 1 o'clock. As always, I never know what my guides want me to present, but I show up and I'm told usually within the morning of the presentation exactly what I need to come to the table with. If you need have more need of my services, including purchasing my book, which is all of Spirit's messages throughout 16 years of writing and editing, my website is Alicia, Alicja Jones, JONES.com. I bless you. I know we're going to have a spike in heat, and we're also going to plummet again into the 30s. So, at least in Virginia. So, have a great week. Thank you. See you next week, Friday.